Welcome to this Mastery Empowerment course from New Earth One Network. This is designed exclusively for your higher self connection and embodiment.
Hi beloved hearts, this is Anrita, Melchizedek, and I'd like to offer you a little bit of an energetic update in what is happening in this magical month of May. Well, of course, we've started now on this eclipse season. We've just passed through this first partial solar eclipse, which occurred on April the 30th, the new moon, and this was really the first focus of deepening into the presence of the Divine Mother within, which is amplified in the sacred month of May, and we'll get into that a little bit more. So the essence of the Divine Mother, or being the Divine Mother, is really what is a major theme that is amplifying in the sacred month of May. And that first level connection that we have into the Divine Mother is through Mother Earth, into the sacred earth, and it's also through that we deepening into that connection that we have with nature and nature's spirit intelligence, and also into that crystalline grid of divine love, because essentially all that we do is coming through the crystalline grid of divine love, as well as activating from within. And we are the crystalline grid of divine love. We are the vibrating stargates of the loving heart that is creating and affecting the change upon the sacred earth as the I Am Avatar consciousness of light. And when we connect into the unity grid, into the crystalline grid, what we experience is a deeper sense of that expansion through the one heart. And that connects us into the pulse and rhythm of the sacred earth and all that is occurring energetically on the inner planes, and also of course into that next level of our soul's forward evolution collectively, or through the collective I Am Present. And what we've been experiencing in the last few weeks is just a deepening sense of that beautiful field of compassion, that beautiful field through the flame of compassion that is activating through our own loving hearts, through our golden hearts, which is the heart and thymus chakras, but it's also been experienced upon the sacred earth. And that beautiful flame of compassion is really igniting from the essence of the Divine Mother, from Mother Earth herself. And as it's been amplified through these solar flares, and of course through our own collective consciousness, what we've been doing collectively is dissolving that wounded masculine frequency and energy, that aspect of ourselves that is still experiencing the victim persecutor consciousness, or the unconscious aspects, the negative ego aspects. And as we're dissolving and as we fine-tuning, we're further experiencing this upon the sacred earth, as all hearts are opening and activating into greater levels of divine love, and holding this through and for the sacred earth, as collectively we step into that next level of our soul's forward evolution. And so part of what then has been experienced through this initial eclipse gateway of April the 30th, this new moon partial solar eclipse energy, is bringing into being that which we have wanted to create into the next level of stepping up as the way showers, as the gatekeepers, as the grid keepers, as the guides and facilitators. And so all that we have been wanting to birth is now being energetically experienced for us to grant. And this has been essentially what has been experienced in the last 9 months to 2 years. And so there's a new level of the soul's mapping through the divine blueprint that's being expressed for all awakening and awakened souls at this time through the presence of the Divine Mother. And that presence of the Divine Mother within is what takes us into 0 point, into that infinite, eternal continuum of simply being love, of recognizing that all is love and love is all there is. It's also not only about birthing the next level of our service work and heart's dreaming and heart's joy. In being the Divine Mother, it's stepping up into those levels of responsibility, into those next levels of commitments, and also into that next level of service through the inner plane initiations that we are also experiencing. And so this trajectory for the next couple of weeks that is going to take us into the next eclipse, which is the full moon lunar eclipse, is also the Wesak festival, overlighted by Lord Buddha and the spiritual hierarchy coming through from Shambhala that amplifies a lot of the plasma light frequencies and rays that we work with, those plumes of those first 3 rays that many of us are familiar to, of power, love, and wisdom, is not only amplified at this time, but we are invited to deepen that connection to the Divine Mother within as we merge with our own beautiful goddess or divine feminine or divine mother energy, but also deepen into being initiates of light. And that gateway is facilitated in many different ways through this month of May. And the first beautiful invitation that we offer comes through from Divine Mother Mary and her Temple of the Immaculate Heart. So Divine Mother Mary's Temple of the Immaculate Heart is open to all humanity and to all souls in this month of May, where we are invited primarily in our dream state to choose to go to this beautiful temple and also to just deepen into the presence of divine love within, and also deepening into recognizing that we are the Divine Mother, we are the flames of divinity, we are the light of God upon this sacred earth, and we hold that through compassion, through mercy, through love, through the healing energy. And this is what is invited through the overlighting of Divine Mother Mary. And with this also, we experience a deeper connection into the sisterhood of the rose. And so from a new earth experience, it's slightly different, where it's not just an overlighting, but it's actually recognizing that we are the sisterhood of the rose, the sisterhood of the light. We are the brotherhood of the light. And what we're doing is that we are the spiritual hierarchy as such upon this sacred earth. And with that, then we have a new sense of recognizing what has been programmed and activated from within in those memories of being the initiates of light through those timelines of ancient Egypt, Atlantis, and of course the Lemurian gateway of holding the sacred flame of divinity for all upon this sacred earth. And what comes through right now then is a deepening experience of these beautiful plasma light rays. And in this month of May, the frequencies that we are experiencing is the 13th ray of solar service or solar Christ consciousness. So that's solar crystalline consciousness. Collectively, we're moving into not only the experience of the crystalline light body and what that brings as we shift dimensionally ever deeper into new earth and this 5th and 6th dimensional level of consciousness and beyond, but also how that is expressed as a collective field of light for the sacred earth. It really is that next level of light quotient that has been experienced for all upon this sacred earth of solar crystalline consciousness. There we are collectively holding our energy and our focus as we shift dimensionally. And also then the beautiful ray of highest potentials which ignites into the original divine 8-cell blueprint is activating. So we're programming the highest potentialities of the next level of the soul's blossoming and magnificence and light. And further to this, then, we're also experiencing this beautiful flame of unity consciousness, and also just this really magnificent flame of transmutation that comes through from this violet flame that many recognize as the violet flame of Saint Germain. All ray frequencies that spiral forth through the sun, the central sun, into Shambhala and upon the sacred earth are imbued with that seventh ray of ceremonial magic. So it's truly a beautiful sacred moment in time where we deepen into the next level of our heart's dreaming and birthing our creations of light, as well as experiencing the overlighting of Lord Buddha through these beautiful flames of light, this pink flame of Divine Mother Mary, this holy fire violet flame of transmutation, and of course this ray of solar crystalline consciousness, this ray of highest potentials, and this ray of Christ consciousness, which we also deepen into as this ray of devotion and idealism. So there's a lot going on from a practical perspective too, of looking at relationships, particularly our relationships with mothers, but also all our relationships, of healing any wounds, of finding new expression. A lot is happening too through the throat chakra, and how we're communicating, how we're expressing, and how we're sharing our deep authenticity and truth with others. So it's the healing of old wounds, it's the clearing, it's the releasing, it's the fine-tuning, and then transcending into that next level. And of course, in this magical month of May too, we experience Mother's Day. It's a little bit different for some countries, but we start from May the 8th with a lot of the countries from the UK, the United States, New Zealand, Australia, and others. And some countries in Europe celebrate that a little bit later in May. So we take these beautiful flames out that amplify the energy of the Divine Mother in just deeper levels of appreciation and gratitude for Divine Mother and for our own beautiful mothers. And with this too, we also deepen into not only that loving presence of the Divine Mother within, but into greater levels of gratitude and appreciation in each now moment. When we recognize it's not only embracing and bringing into our heart all that needs to be loved and appreciated and celebrated, but that in each moment, through the breath of the divine light of who we are, as the Divine Mother, as the flame of compassion and love, we can embrace life in gratitude and appreciation for all that we have and for all that we are, as the light of God upon this sacred earth, as one heart and one love and one unified field of light. And so I invite you into a deeper level of this beautiful journey and dance as we deepen into this flame of compassion and the presence of the Divine Mother within. In our monthly masterclass that we'll be having this month, the presence of the Divine Mother within. So I look forward to seeing you and just wishing you a beautiful, magical May. And so from my heart and to yours and to the cosmic heart of all creation, blessings in love. Namaste.